And here are the ingredients for the curry. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry this first. What it is made of, I got cinnamon sticks, a couple of them, cumin seed, fennel seed, cloves, star anise, and cardamom. Okay, I'm going to fry this first. Then I'm going to add okay, these three ingredients and curry leaves. I'm going to blend it. Alright, I got garlic, 1 big onions, no sorry, this is ginger, onion, garlic, and I got some, yeah, it's from my garden, it's not going too well, it's curry leaves. Okay, I'm going to add the stock as well. It adds some flavor to it. Okay, I'm going to blend all of this. Okay, then I'm going to add the tomato. So this doesn't have to be blended, just be chopped. Okay, the curry paste itself. Alright, what I did is, normally for cooking curry, I don't put this as dried. Okay, I will always add hot water and make it into a paste. Okay, and the curry powder I use is this brand, Babas. There's a lot of brand out there in the market, so just take your pick, whichever you prefer. I'm just used to this brand. Alright, I got they say it is I say, what cut is this? Yeah, it's a curry meat cut. Yeah, so I like this because there's a bit of fat, a bit of some, yeah, not just meat, there's fat or some tendons included in there, so there's a bit of different texture to it. So this is about a kilo of it. Then I got potato and carrots, which I've diced. Okay, I'm going to put the carrot first because it'll cook a bit longer as compared to the potato. And lastly, I'm going to put a bit of coconut milk. Alright, coconut milk adds a bit of richness to it. It elevates the flavor. Okay, entirely up to you. You can use the whole lot. Normally I use a little bit just for the flavoring, not to add too much to the richness to it. Okay, alright, I'm going to blend the onion and get things moving. I've heated up pot to dry roast starting of the ingredients. Okay, I'm going to dry roast all these dried ingredients. Just put it there, let the heat builds up. Okay, just even things up a bit. I'm going to blend the onion, ginger, garlic, and curry powder, curry leaves. Okay, I don't use water when I blend. Normally I use oil. Okay, I'll use oil because I'm going to use oil anyway onto this, and it minimizes the splatter, which I totally hate it. Alright, ready to be blended. Yep, this is the texture I'm after. Right here. Yeah, still roasting. Yep. Let it roast a bit more. Meantime, I prepare the sauteed item. Okay, you can chop the garlic, ginger, and onions. It's just a bit more work, I'll say, and you'll see this ingredient floating around when you cook. Right, whereas in chopping or machine chop or blend it, you see everything has been chopped down to smaller bits and pieces, so you don't quite see it. That it's not that obvious, right? And also Most of the time, if you go to the Indian restaurants or shops or takeaways, you'll see curry leaves hanging around. Whereas this one, I've chopped it all. Look, it's barely there. Okay, so save you picking up the leaves, put aside. Everything got consumed. Okay, I think it's ready. Alright, there's oil in there anyway. Just let the heat build up. I used to use spoon instead of a spatula like this, but after I found the uses, the benefit of it is like I never turn back to spoons. It's so much easier. It just goes to the all the edges, you know, there's hard to reach area, hard to scoop or scrape. It's much easier using this stuff. Okay, mix it up a bit. Alright, I just let it mix it up and let it fry for a bit. After which I'm gonna put the tomato and the curry leaf stock. Alright, this curry leaf stock I will remove it at the end of it because this thing, it still has some fragrance to it. Okay, it adds intensity, so up to you. If you think that you may forget removing it, chuck it away first instance, but if you think you can remember or along the way your family member is not too fast, yeah, you can always remove it before serving. Okay, this will fry for the next 3 minutes or so. Till then, you notice that the oil starts to separate. Yep, so when it starts to separate, that means it's ready for the next one, which will be the tomato. Very briefly shallow fry, add on to the log. What I'm gonna put next is curry paste. Okay, sometimes when you cook curry, if you put in the curry powder a bit late, it gives that kind of powdery texture. Alright, so to prevent that from happening, is best what I did was what I'm still doing. Okay, I just mix it with hot water, let it become a paste, from powder to paste, and also to fry it a bit longer on a low heat, of course. Alright, if you go too high a heat, it will be burnt. We're just gonna go nice and easy. Mix up the log. There you go. See how easily it mixes with the rest of the ingredient. If you make it into a paste, it looks nice. Alright, not that kind of powdery kind of look, and trying to mix it up all together. Whereas this way, it readily mixes because it's already in a semi-liquid form, right? Okay, see for yourself. Alright, into the wash basin. Okay, if you notice, I tend to say okay, 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 right, 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 okay, okay, right. Everything is okay, I will say okay. If not, I say otherwise, not okay. Okay, okay, and I say okay then. All right, let it fry a bit. If you notice, look at the sides, start to bubble. Yep, that's what I'm after. Just keep stirring, let it fry a bit. Lower the heat a bit more. That's how the heat looks like basically when I cook. Alright, the initial phase, I put up the heat up. Then when I put up the paste, I lower it down a bit. Okay, so that it doesn't burn. This burns really readily if you leave it as it is. What's next will be the beef itself. Alright, after I put the beef in, I will mix it up. Then I'm gonna close it. Alright, cover it for the next, say, 1 hour on a low heat. Just let it simmer. Meantime, you can do other things. Meantime, I think I'm gonna do some gardening outside. When I come back after an hour, the meat is almost ready. Because this is not a, if you notice, this is not a, it is not a, what was that called? It's not a cut which is pretty easily chewed. It takes a while to cook this. Even though I slice it thinly, it takes about 45 to 55 minutes to really make it a bit tender. Alright, then I'm gonna add the potato and carrots and cook for another half an hour, after which all will be cooked at the same time and ready. Non-tender, tender. Tender is the word. Okay, I believe it's ready. Rightio. Put this in. Okay, why I don't put water? Because I don't like it to be too watery later on. Okay, I wouldn't mind if it's watery. But my wife prefers it to be less watery, so I just do it the way she likes it. You know, people say happy wife lets you go out fishing. That's what I think, not what you think when I say happy wife. But if you go fishing, isn't that happy life? How good is that? If you don't catch anything, you go out and enjoy the sun, the sand and the sea, the smell of the breeze. It's happiness itself. Right there. And don't forget to swing by the fish shop to buy some fish and say, I've caught this, and get rid of the receipt. Alright, so I just let it slowly simmer. Oh, just up the, okay, lower it down right through, then let it cook slowly and gently over 45 minutes. Meantime, I need to mow the lawn. Welcome back. Alright, that's what it looks like after. Okay, that's how thick it is. Okay, I came back about after 20 minutes, stir them up a bit, then I'm back again. Okay, now it's ready to put in the potato. Okay. Depending on how thick you want your curry. Some prefer the curry to be runny, some prefers to be thick. Well, entirely up to you. You want it runny, put more water and coconut milk. If you need it to be thick, lesser water. So basically what's in this curry is whatever moisture there is, it is all the juices from the meat. Okay, maybe after this, but personally I think it's best that you make it thick, then you adjust it to make it runny, right? Rather than you make it runny, let's say, oh, it's too it's too runny for me. I don't like it. So yeah, so it's easier from viscous to become thin, right, rather than the other way around. So because if the other way around, you got to let it simmer and thickens, then the meat will be disintegrated by then. That's what it is. Okay, see. Okay, I think by now I decided, okay, it is a bit too thick. Then I add a bit of water. That's it. That's a bit. Then as we go along, see, you can adjust it according to your liking. Okay, see how how is it easier from thick to thin rather than the other way around. Okay. Okay, I just let this simmer for the next 15 minutes or so. Then I'm gonna put the coconut milk. We are almost at the last phase of cooking. Let me see how things are doing. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Main thing about this is you have to mix very frequently, because the last thing we want is for the base to be burnt. Okay, that's why every half an hour have a stir. Okay, the veg is not cooked yet. It'll be warm. So what I'm gonna do, put a bit of coconut milk. And what I use is a powdered one. Okay, this is a waste. If I have to buy a small pack, the smallest packet, I'm gonna use maybe 1/3 of it. So better use a powdered one. It's more economical. Just, you don't use that much anyway, unless you like it to be, like, say for example, if you suddenly make it for whatever reason, you think that it's too spicy. All right, probably the mix has more chili element to it. Okay, yep, you can put more coconut milk, only because it helps to tone down the spiciness, the heat. So that's when you can put, or you just naturally you like the flavor of coconut milk, then you put more. So entirely up to you. Okay, so yep, that's a bit here anyway. Might as well just add everything. It's not much. I'm gonna throw it away if I don't use it. Minimize the wastage. Okay, I've already added salt inside. Okay, actually I put 2 teaspoons of salt earlier. I'm gonna put 1 more. Okay, then that will do. All right, that's it. Okay, cover it up, cook for another 15 more minutes on a very slow heat, and it's ready to be served. Rightio. That's it.